Alright, so this is my second video on trying to show you how to mod a certain block game. Specifically, okay, Minecraft. I got a strike on the first video. That video had over like 1,000 views, and I got a strike for it, for apparently copyright. It was really dumb, it was really weird, and I think it was because I was showcasing the Jenny mod. I'm not going to show you how to do it, but I will show you how to download mods, and I will look into doing and posting a certain link, you know, to a certain mod in the comments. So if you want that specific female in a certain block game, it should be in the comments, and I will show you the way you can do it, and specifically the way you would go about downloading that certain mod. So let's say you wanted to download a mod from specifically this site, 9Minecraft. So you'd go here. Now you'll see a bunch of mods here. I will put the link in the comments. But let's say you wanted to download Waystone Towers here. So you'd scroll down, and you'll notice all this stuff. So you will need Forge, which is this, and you will need Java. You'll need 1.12.2. I will put all the requirements, but you need 1.12.2 and you need JavaScript. So JavaScript is, and I will also put the link into that in there. It is right here, Java Oracle. So you'll download Java for desktop, and you just want to do just the most recent, whatever, just download Java for desktop, just normal, right there. And when you download it, mind the Virgil, when you download it, you want to open it, and it should say something along the lines of installing, if we are correct, yeah. So you'd press install, and yeah, I'm not gonna do it because there's no point in doing it because I already have it. For CurseForge, you would do a similar thing. You would, I believe, you would press the Get CurseForge app, and then download standalone, and then it will take you here, and then there you go. You got the installer. So it's nice to have it if you want it. But you can do this with T-Launcher. It works for Forge. Well, Forge is the mod loader, so you would probably need it. So let's say you wanted to download a mod from CurseForge, for instance. You would go to, let's say I wanted to download Builder's Paradise here. You would go to Files, and you would search, and you would put in here the game version. So for that specific mod, it would be 1.12.2. So you would put in 1.12.2. For this, it's 1.20.1. And you'd press download file. And then you got to make sure, if it says Fabric, it will not work for Forge. It has to be Forge. So if you're going to use the CurseForge mod loader, you have to use Forge mods. Otherwise, it will not work. Which I believe that specific mod that you know what I'm talking about, is a CurseForge mod. CurseForge mod, excuse me. So for it will say 1.12.2. For here, it says 1.18.2, but it will say 1.12.2, and you will download from server. So I don't remember if it says Forge version, or I don't think it says this, but you will just download from server 1 or server 2, and you will click here to download. And notice this is file name, jar. So jar files are the main files that you use to put into Minecraft. So that it's ublock, whatever. But here, so we got the jar file. So this jar file is the mod. So we will hold on to that. Now I'm not gonna open or play Minecraft, but I will show you how to install the mods. So once you got it, you have to look around. So it sucks that I can't show you the mod itself, but what I can show you is, I believe, so mods will have something called dependencies. Dependencies are what a mod requires. So we got better combat here. So we scroll down, we go down here. So, oh wait, this is better. This is Bedrock. Damn. Yeah, so you got to make sure it's Java because, well, this mod is for Java. It's not Bedrock. If you do not have Java, you can use T-Launcher. I mean, that's what I use. It works for T-Launcher, and if it works for T-Launcher, it 100% will work for base Minecraft, base Java. So, let's say we want to get... we want to make sure that it's a Java one. So I guess maybe this. So you notice this. It says requires. Now I think it could say dependencies, it could say requires, whatever. So right here it says requires Minecraft Forge, which is this. So you would have to have Forge, you'd have to have Java. Now it will say, I believe it will say it will require GeckoLib and I think something else. So when it comes to dependencies, make sure you download. And you know what? Actually, I will actually, instead of making a link, I will actually just make a drive, a Google Drive folder, and I will just put all the mods in there for you. But this is for all mods. This is universal. So you have to make sure that the dependencies are the same version as the mod. And I know I'm a little bit slow on talking, but you got to think, not everyone is as quick-paced as you might be. You could be super quick-paced. You can put this on 2x speed if you need. You can pause whenever you need. It's fine. When it comes to CurseForge mods on the CurseForge site, like I said, if you want a mod, you would go to the mod right here. So let's say you wanted this one, you go to files, and remember, if you want to download a mod, always check relations. So that's on here. So relations show, well, this is a mod pack, so it says include. But if it's a mod that requires it, so let's say you wanted to get this one. Oh, it's also a mod pack. Damn it. I'm trying to look for mods, not mod packs. Damn. Latest mods. So let's say you wanted this one. Okay, that doesn't have anything. Okay, for instance, fsang. We'll just do fsang's mod. So fsang is a superhero mod. And let's say it's for 1.20.1. So you would go here and you'd go here. Make sure it's... So for fsang, you'd want 1.20.1 for Forge. And you download file. Then you would go to relations and you'd have to check all of this. So it shows include. This is the hero pack. This is not the file. So for a file, for a mod, here we go. You would do the same thing and you check relations. See this? It says required dependency. So you need Curios API, you need GeckoLib, Cube.js, Packet Fixer, Palladium, all this stuff. So these are required. Otherwise, this just will probably crash your game if you have it in the folder. If you don't have a mod correctly installed, it could crash your game, it could mess up other mods, it could just do a whole heap of different things that you just don't want. It could even mess up your entire world itself if you don't mod right. For Modrinth, it's pretty similar. It's pretty much the same thing. So it automatically pulls up hold my items. So I believe this is a fabric mod. Now, here's a little tip here. If you want to download a fabric mod onto Forge, you can get something called a Forge API, or not Forge, Fabric API. So the Fabric API, if I'm correct, allows for somewhat cross-compatibility between Forge mods and Fabric mods, I think. I could be wrong, but basically, if I'm correct, it should allow you can put this in and it does whatever. So for that's for the actual installing mods, and I'll show you how to install resources as well. So one thing you might be wondering, well, Royal, how do you go about actually, you know, putting these mods in? Where do I go? So you would press Windows key, so your Windows key, and you'd press R. So right here, you would type in %, app data, %, and then you press OK. Opens your file here. So you'd press .minecraft. You'd scroll down to mods, and you would put in your mods. So right here, I got a few mods already. This is for 1.20.1. But here, you would put that's what you would do. So let's say you wanted, pretend you didn't see that. Basically, if you got a jar file, so for instance, you take, let's say this you wouldn't put this Forge installer in there, but for instance, if you wanted to, you would take this file, because it's a jar file, and you would just dump it into your mods folder. That's what you do with all jar files. If it's a mod you get from, like, say this, you press download file, that file you would put into your mods folder. So let's say you wanted to download a resource pack. It's actually pretty simple, and it's actually pretty much the same thing. You would say you wanted a cool resource pack, so you would go to Discover or whatever, wherever you want, you search up whatever. Let's say you wanted rustic resource pack. Let's say you wanted this pack. So you would go here, and it can really be any version usually, but I'd recommend doing the version of your thing. So this one goes as far back as 1.18, but let's say you wanted it for 1.20.1. You would download it, and it will give you a zip file. So right here, it gives a zip file. So then you would take this, and the reason I'm not going to show my game folder is because I have things in there that probably wouldn't be great for the eyes. So you take this zip file, and you would go and just dump it into the resource packs. Like, literally, that's all you do. Just dump the zip file into resource packs. That is all. There are some things, of course, for shader packs. It's the same thing. Once you download a shader, you just dump the zip file of the shader into the folder, and it works perfectly fine, no problem. So yeah, that's pretty much how you mod. It's really, really easy for Minecraft specifically. And I will show you real quick how to download some other little stuff, just real quick. I only got 2 minutes left before, you know, freaking thing runs out. So for Java, you would go to this site, when I will link it into the comments. And remember, it is not a virus. I swear, everyone will tells me that, and it's so dumb. It is not. It shouldn't flag anything for Minecraft mods. And if it does, there's probably a problem with the download. Look, when you click a link or do anything, if you get an advertisement or a pop-up, close it. Well, usually. If you get a pop-up and you download the big green button, that's your fault, dude. I mean, it looks fake. You can tell what's fake and what's not. This is an official link. You can tell it's an official link. Unofficial links are like, if we went to 9Minecraft, mind the fact that I was watching Shimonetta, we won't talk about that. Let's say you went to 9Minecraft. You know, it has a lot, you know those ads where they show like a bunch of junk, and it's like, it shows like a fake green button? Yeah, don't click that. That would be a fake download button. And they're usually pretty easy to find. I guess it's not on here. I think it's because I have uBlock on. But yeah, you would download this, and you would download Forge. So hopefully this helps you. It's kind of lengthy, but I hope I am clear and concise of what I say. Thank you. Hopefully I don't get I strike again.